am I? I think.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Now we are.
Okay. I'll
Lovely.
try to not talk about my game as much as I
I
can.
mean, I don't care. Honestly. I was doing streaming yesterday and Slow was doing a Ocarina of Time race while chatting with me. Okay, there's that. Oh, excuse me, come back. There we go. Oop. Cool. Now I'm all set up.
I just T-bolt
Oh, is this like an all collection of all 3 games on the DS? Or what?
It's a collection of the first 3 games.
Lovely.
So the first 3 games, in a way, had a continuing storyline.
Yeah, Ben told me that the newest game is like off this storyline or something.
It's well, it's set like in the past, so like feudal Japan era, like way in the past.
Yeah, it mixes. I heard right from like other people, it mixes like both English law and Japanese law. Like it pulls from both.
Yeah. So that one's like you can play that game without spoiling things from these games because it's not really connected, or at least I don't believe they're connected in any way. The idea being that the character that you play, like the main character you play as, is like an ancestor to Phoenix Wright. But that's about it. I don't believe they reference the more recent games in any way. Alright, you ready?
Ready.
More or less, yes.
More or less. Alright, well, this is where we start. It's literally the first turnabout. Which I think turnabout was like a way of saying trial. Or something like that. Case,
Yeah,
trial.
this discussion with someone else earlier that this game uses like British language
Mm-hmm.
a bit more.
To an extent, yeah.
We talked about the misspelling of the word capital in terms of a capital city.
There's a lot of misspellings in here, though. Or,
Oh.
like, missed words. It's really funny.
I'm gonna get some water actually before, but like you can start it if you want.
But then you'll miss the small opening cutscene.
I may or may not have already seen it.
But you're gonna miss it.
But I need water.
Then get the water and come back.
I will.
It's like the
Out of synthesizers.
it's like the number one thing I like about these games, the music.
I hear the music is really good in those games.
Oh yeah. I've listened to like their soundtracks just for like when doing homework or whatever. I'll just turn on like an Ace Attorney sound. Like I actually have like I think it's like a 10-hour long video where someone compiled all of the soundtracks from all the games into one video. And I've turned that on when starting homework or something, and just boom, just get through everything I need to do. Jeez, Yoshi, hurry up.
Didn't he said he knows the first cutscene?
But I wanted Yoshi to be here. What the fuck was that?
Me making noises.
You warming up your vocal cords for voice acting?
No, that sounds differently. Ah, my ears.
That's again the downside to these games, is they made them very loud.
Sound effects are ass, but music is good.
Well, like, hold on. If I go back for just a second, let me just. I have the sound effect and music set to 1,
Oh god.
and I've turned it down on my like speakers down to like 10, and it's still loud. Alright, I'm just gonna go. There you go. Yeah, that was it. That was the opening cutscene.
The suspension for like 5 images.
In the more recent games, they actually voice act the cutscenes, so that's really kind of cool. But these ones, they it's just the text boxes that move on their own. All right, let's see. We're in the courtroom. Well, not the courtroom. We're in the defendant lobby. All right, who's being Phoenix?
You're playing you being Phoenix.
Huh?
You are playing you being Phoenix.
Well, yeah, we're playing as Phoenix.
And since I have to leave it a bit for a moment,
Apparently,
I'm not gonna do
Pa-
major characters.
apparently I'm Phoenix.
Are you nervous though?
Well, Phoenix is nervous. I'm not.
Longer than I needed to.
Phoenix says, "Boy, am I nervous." All right, Yoshi, are you ready to be Phoenix?
No.
Oh.
Let me
Alright, what about Mia? Who wants to be a girl?
unplug and plug in some cables. Cables, long cables.
Because in future games, you hear Mia's voice, and Mia is actually very high pitched.
Yeah, I've.
Just say me who are reoccurring characters, and let me go to my Discord settings. Very quick. I might be loud. I hope I don't blast out your ears.
Beep.
That beat isn't beat.
That was me. Sorry, I was turning something on and off.
I hope I'm.
And then turning on my fan, because it's getting hot in my room.
I can do a high pitched right.
Perfect.
Perfect, Dreads. There's who you're playing as.
Oh God.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
I more feel like a low pitched one. I'm glad I made it on the time. Damn, I can't find words. Oh, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
You know, if you pay close attention to her mouth as she's speaking, you notice that she doesn't actually open her mouth all the way. She's just moving her lips, but her teeth are staying in place.
You expect me to do this? I can mumble if you want.
It was just something that, as you were saying those words, I looked up and I noticed that. I just had to point it out because I thought it was funny. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
Favor? You mean you need a defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Alright, Yoshi, this is you.
It's over.
Oh, that was a
My life,
soothing
everything, it's
voice.
all over. Accurate for me, actually.
Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death, despair. Oh.
Wow, he sounds really depressed to me.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy? It sounds like he wants to die.
It sounds like he just said it.
Yeah.
Nick.
Oh,
There
shit,
you go,
it's
Yoshi, that's you.
Yes, I know. I know the first thing. I've gone through this first episode before.
Alright, so that means that Dreads is the one making the decisions. Dreads has not played this before. Hey there, Larry.
Dude, I'm so guilty. Then tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die.
I ain't afraid to die, he says while sweating uncontrollably.
Yeah, well, while sweating and winking, like he's freaking. He's got the weird Monka-esque kind of feeling.
I
What?
don't want to make decisions because I have to leave in a moment.
Well, you got time before you have to make decisions. And how long are you leaving for? What do you mean you're leaving?
I just have to check on something, maybe.
Unacceptable. What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live this world without her, I can't. Hey. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away?
First name is Nick.
Yes.
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Well, the newspapers say it was you.
Dun, dun, dun.
My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story.
It's Nick.
My first case is a fairly simple one. It's just a murder, that's all.
One force trauma to the head, it looks like. Or
Ye-
shot in the head.
A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Yep.
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Clickety clack 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 click click clack clack click click clack. Now we're in the courtroom. Who wants to be the judge?
Pass.
Court is now in session. Trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. He does have a very obnoxious voice.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready for it. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Don't mind me, I'm just playing both prosecution and defense at the same time. It's great.
What could possibly go wrong in this one?
Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this first trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves, not his nerves.
I mean, he
He's
also has
sweating
nerves.
already.
He's already sweating. He's already sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh.
He doesn't sound as pleased.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to, I can't pronounce this
Ascertain.
word.
Ascertain.
Ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. And shaking, eyesight
And out of
fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and consciously. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Alright, how good's your memory, Dreads? What's the defendant's name?
Why me? It's Larry Butts.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Fucking hell do I know?
Whew, I knew this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No, no way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Now I have to switch. Fuck.
Have
You're
fun.
absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name.
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab. Check it out anytime, okay?
Tab. Alright, so court record has, all the evidence that you collect, so right now it's just my badge and the autopsy report. Hey look, who's that's name?
Hey.
It also explains how she died.
Yeah, cool. Doesn't tell her last name. Lovely.
And then I can check profiles.
Cool. Probably doesn't tell us her last name.
You're
Oh, it
saying.
does.
And then there's that dude. He was 52 years old. Alright, so Cindy Stone was the name.
I love the last point about the guy. Struggles getting his points across.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to check it out. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who's the victim in this case?
It's obviously Mia Fey, right?
The victim's obviously standing right next to me. Somehow she's alive.
The murder victim is clearly standing right next to me.
Over there.
It's definitely Cinderblock. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was
Hit with a blunt object.
attacked.
She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct.
Whoop, sorry, hold on.
You answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we should proceed.
Hey, Dreads, when we started, did you turn your microphone down or something?
No, I switched the microphone. I can turn it up. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's a little quiet.
Oh, better right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prostitution.
The what? The what? The what? The what, Dreads?
It's the prosecution.
Oh, I can't read. I don't have my glasses on, okay? It's tiny, Mr. Payne.
What the fuck?
I don't know where my glasses are.
Oh
It's
no.
tiny on my screen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright just told us the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
See, court accepts into evidence.
Yay. It's a statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy.
What is it made of? Steel? Right!
Is Mia okay? Because She sounds like she needs a change of pants.
I'm so sorry. Be sure to put attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently.
You just told us that the last time.
Why do I have to talk so much now? Mr. Payne, I don't gonna pronounce that word again, cause of failure, may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. It's okay, now Yoshi gets to talk. Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the... I'm not gonna pronounce that word again. Later to be ready. So be ready.
The prosecution?
Prosecution.
Yeah.
I never heard that word before, to be honest. Or had to pronounce it. No joke. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Heard that, Yoshi? No saying anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Didn't they all die?
Lovely.
I wasn't. No, she just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Yay, passport.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Sounds like a great idea. I
Rude.
should leave court.
I read it, by the way.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Like, you were, stretched to probably overtalk.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
I don't think you want him to answer that question.
But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should we wait and see what happens, or stop him from answering?
Honestly, I would let him talk and try to turn it around.
So wait and see?
So, yeah, I would say wait and see. Honestly.
Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog!
Oh,
I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead!
He's a fucking idiot.
Yes. Wait.
He said something like, he said, yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, or something like that.
Continue with the trial, shall we?
believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Hey. Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went... What do I do? Have him answer honestly or stop him from answering?
Why is the first person such a fucking idiot?
Because he's an idiot.
Because his last name is Butts, I mean, come on.
I don't know. I would have him answer and try to turn it around later, but it's a game. I don't know. Have him answer honestly. Fail the first case.
I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I went there. I went.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Odd. Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Told you, he has an obnoxious voice.
Wow.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness?
The man who found the victim's body
Oh, so the murder, you say?
just before making the gruesome discovery.
Oh, you say.
He
murder.
saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution,
There you go.
maybe, may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Mr. Frank saw it! Yeah, with that eyes, he definitely saw it.
It's okay, Yoshi, you can be Frank.
Why do I have to be Frank?
Because you're only...
Am I just gonna be all the frickin' ones who take the stand at this point?
No, it's just that we both have two and you only have one. Come on.
I know. I know.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Ooh, yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sword, you may proceed with your testimony.
I just noticed this thing. I forgot how much of a how punny this game is with names.
Yep.
Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Yesterday when I was playing the newer game, I laughed so hard when they showed the tutorial prosecutor who's supposed to be an ancestor of Pain, and the name was Ouchie. Prosecutor Ouchie, and I just started laughing my ass off.
I want to go downstairs now, not later, when I hear that. Witness account!
I was going door to door selling subscription when I saw the man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I'm pretty sure that's quailed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I quailed and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in our apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there were... Hold on. There was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during blackout? Not nowadays.
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity was out from noon to 6.
No, Mr. Wright.
Yes? Yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Cross-examination. All right, right. This is the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
What? You exposed the lies in the testimonies. What the witness just gave. Just do things and click buttons, apparently.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lies in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence.
Bitch, I don't have a key in my evidence.
I have a feeling I
Compare
already
the
know.
witness's testimony to the evidence at hand.
So since Dreads is doing it, I don't remember like all of this, but I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is. I just don't know where to put it. Oh wait, no, I do know where to put it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Then, yeah, once you found the contradicting evidence,
They used to be able to go back. No, I think that was a newer thing. Sorry.
doesn't matter. Present it and rub it into the witness's face.
Okay.
Put the court record with tab. Then point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Cross-examination.
Hey, higher label English, I'm bad.
Alright. So, basically, during these, you have two options that you can go. Like, you can go through all the words that he's already said, so you don't have to read through them again. You can press Q and press and ask more information, which they actually describe in the next bit of testimony. This one, all you have to do is present. He said something wrong based off of the evidence that we have already.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
What does that-
his is like super fucking long.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is.
So, what would you like to do, Treads?
I have no fucking clue, to be honest.
Alright, so
Okay, so we should have him look at the evidence in general.
Yeah. So you never have to worry about your badge. It like never comes up.
Yeah.
Presenting it is just funny.
Exactly. Just not during trials. So Cindy's autopsy report, time of death was the 31st of
Didn't
July.
he say? Yeah. Okay. He was there at 6 p.m. He said. I
Huh?
think. Or what time did he say?
What time did he say in his testimony?
Yeah, that's the first one I would double check. I think he said 6. Okay, that's a Betty.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's meant to be pretty simple. Just to quickly say, yeah, it's loss of blood due to blunt trauma, which we found out earlier. Statue in the shape of thinker, it's rather heavy. Arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder, and the electricity was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. But
Yeah, but if he said he was there at 1 p.m. and she was dead already, that
Like,
doesn't add up with
Yeah,
that.
like, and already both things are already kind of playing against that.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
But
Alright.
I'm pretty sure like this one's the one you present, and then the other one comes up in the objection.
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Slam. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Nah. His name is Frank.
Ha 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 ha.
More puns.
Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? That just looks like it's painful to just be wiggling back and forth like that.
Yeah, like that dude's shoulders has to be freaking sore or freaking made of
Or
steel
he's
or
training
something.
his core. It's all about your core muscles. Wiggling all
He
the
must be
day.
training a crap ton.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
Butler's testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Soyd, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Hey, job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always make more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart.
I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
This guy looks like he's seen some shit.
The judge?
He also looks just like, another day in court. He's just like so like.
It gets better. Trust me.
It's just like funny looking at his facial expression.
Yeah. Time and discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Ah, idiot.
But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the person must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Okay, and now the next one.
I see. You hear the voice saying the time on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
I'm already sick of this voice.
Alright. I think Dreads, you picked it up immediately.
There was a power outage. And it was 3 hours off.
So where am I presenting it?
I don't actually know where to present it, but I think it was I would do it at the 3 hours off and then the time of the power outage.
So you're saying presenting this here?
Oh, that from noon to 6 p.m. That would add up. Because it would have been 4 p.m. There wouldn't be TV at that time.
So you're presenting this evidence here then?
Yeah.
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sword?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite.
It was quite indeed.
Ah, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sword, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. The constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That? Oh, that's you.
Oh, that.
Hang on.
And you seem rather I thought that's saying disencouraged.
Distraught.
Distraught.
Insert Metal Gear Solid like notice sound.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock to find the body.
Very well, Mr. Sword. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Sorry.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Okay, I stopped.
Okay.
Oh. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been where I saw. I have to go downstairs real quick, so...
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
Do we have a picture of the apartment?
No.
I didn't hear blah blah blah. What's fourth evidence? That's just a passport, right?
Yeah.
I don't know actually here. Scroll through the dialogue.
Okay. So actually I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
So the only thing you can present is the murder weapon, I think. but he'll say yes, and we go through another cross-examination.
So where are we presenting it?
Oh no, which one says it's a blunt object?
Well, this one says
And
a blunt object. This, even though it doesn't say it here, this was what they presented as the murder weapon. That's why it's in her thing.
I would rather just say it's a blunt object and try him to describe the murder weapon. And then represent the murder weapon. Yeah. About the murder weapon, where I just asked him what it was with the evidence of it being a blunt object. And hopefully he says what it was, and hopefully he'll be wrong. Or if he's right, you can actually present the right murder weapon. So I will take this one and present the first evidence, I think it is, where it just says due to blunt trauma.
Okay.
That's my idea.
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? Okay, what's wrong?
They aren't, are they?
Okay, so the game wants you to present the murder weapon, I guess? Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before you make accusations, sorry.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Yeah, so the big thing is, when you're presenting something in response to this, you're saying this is what's contradicting what you're saying.
Ah.
So, in the case of what you were going on along thinking, he says there was a table clock, that was the murder weapon. But a table clock would be a blunt object.
Ah, okay, I see. So then you choose the table clock sentence and the actual murder weapon?
Yep. So in this case it was saying, he's saying it was a table clock that was the murder weapon, but the murder weapon was this statue.
Yeah.
That's where the presentation would go.
Okay.
Fun fact, you can always tell, I think it's like 99% of the time, you can tell if you've presented the right evidence immediately after you've presented it, because the music stops. If the music keeps going, you know that you got it wrong. It's like the one thing that they've done throughout all the games.
Funny.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I don't know if there was anything more, I don't think so. Or at least I missed it. Because I'm a stupid dumbass. Let him talk more, he will lie. I hope.
I can tell you there was one more thing that was wrong with his testimony.
Okay, let's look at it.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he...
Went into the apartment.
You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went there. In there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless?
The time on the clock.
Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the witness with the clock?
The victim, not the witness.
Uh,
Did you strike yourself with the clock?
Mea culpa!
That day, I never. Look, the clock, no, I think I oh my, what the fuck?
Pronounce that, please.
Shut up, I hate you.
You just shut up 3 times, like.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and she should burn. Give him death.
You know, killing one person doesn't usually give you the death penalty.
It depends on what the person
I'm not
killed.
gonna say anything about that.
Have you seen My Cousin Vinny?
No.
You should.
Go. First of all, I have to go to the loo, and second of all, I hear people screaming my name downstairs.
Oh no. Well,
I'm
now.
not Mr. Sword.
I know, but your characters speak too. At some point. Like that.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound the witness heard from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
They are all good. Oof. The batteries could be empty. I would say ask the neighbors because it's Japan. Thin walls. I know how thin walls are in Japan. You hear your neighbor's clock. Believe me. Try sounding the clock. I say try sounding the clock. It's the most obvious.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So we've hit the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
Ha! 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 You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
Bling. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright. It seems you lack this critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot indict the cannot let you indict the witness.
It's pronounced indict.
Indict?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Learning stuff as a judge.
Basically saying, I can't let you claim that he's the actual murderer.
I studied in Western Europe, so I don't know how to pronounce your weird words here. Unfortunately.
Smack.
This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal? A criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
So fast, Mr. Sawit!
Mia, I mean Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think!
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out a reason and you'll have to prove. Right? Right? You think of a reason as why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Duh. Apparently we have to, so just say, duh. Yes. ...
Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you saw the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Maybe the plane?
The plane.
Plane, so
I
the
don't
far right
I don't have a plane. That's the blackout record.
Which one do we have? Maybe that one, the blackout record, because it ran out of power and recaptured the time.
But keep in mind, she was killed during the blackout, and with that thing, and it announced the time.
All right. Go through the evidence to the left once more.
Passport.
That was the passport was what I was thinking of, because of plane and time difference.
So you want to present
But-
passport?
I have no fucking clue. Yeah, I would just try to present passport.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
I'm out. I'm out.
And he just foams.
And he has rabies.
Order. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Eyes now. I have to say, I'm impressed with open eyes. I don't think I've ever seen so well.
Fucking hell.
Children at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor. You seem to have lost half your words, but thank you.
I'm having a stroke at this point. I'm only formally. But. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Yay!
Yay!
Smack.
With that, this court is
Adjourned.
adjourned. Thank you. I'm learning. Ah.
It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
And on that high note, I really have to go for a while.
Hey.
So I'll catch you later. I stay in the voice channel.
Don't
Well,
expect me to do Mia's voice.
Let's say, yeah, we're just finishing off this, and then I'm probably going to stop the stream. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
Thank you. My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
Da, da, da. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... No, never mind. Congratulations, Harry.
Harry. Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. You took the frickin' You took the frickin' spider
A
stick.
present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for you for her, one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so close. I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make me want to cry?
Larry. Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about?
The sphincter statue itself, because she kept it.
Just yelling it in his face. Take that!
Take that, Larry, you son of a... Oh.
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Where'd my mouse go?
Huh? What about the clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. Oh my god, Larry.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling.
Da, da, da.
Huh. Make of it what you will.
Da, da, da. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. As he's sweating to say that. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Butts are never innocent. What are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? So my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Nia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Yay. Brand new episode. Badoop.
Boop.
Badoop. No, I don't want it to just like start.
Quick turn off. You just keep it here then.
No, I was trying to stop it, but it. Re. No, this is how I do this. We're gonna stop my stream. I'll turn off the